This is so heartbreaking. When you listen to this lady, you know she hasn't done anything wrong. Just listen to her. The state has no emergency services, no oxygen to give to people who have just been brought out of the river. They could not rush them straight to the hospital. They wanted to take him to native doctor to first of all perform some rites. Even the guy who brought him out was saying that they needed to embalm him first and send his corpse to his family without thinking of let's take him to the hospital to see if they could resuscitate him. Oh, this is so heartbreaking. I feel for this lady because I don't think we should really blame her, totally. She needs our comfort at this time. Somebody please hug her for me, please.
I've been so traumatized. I've been so cold. This whole thing, it still feels like a dream to me. Like I just wish I can still wake up from this dream. I've not been able to make any statements since because we've been trying to recover the bodies. I've been providing for money to those looking for bodies, provided caskets, ambulance to make sure the bodies were conveyed to their villages, to the families that wanted it to be done. I've not been quiet. I've been doing this. I've been doing this just so these people can rest.
There was a place she said that it was Junior Pope's wife, who happens to be her friend, that appealed to her and said, please, why not give my husband jobs? You are a producer. You don't give my husband jobs. And she said she was talking with Junior Pope's wife, and the lady gave the phone to her husband. She was there with her husband when she told this lady, you are my friend. Why don't you give jobs to my husband? And this lady said he spoke to Junior Pope when the wife handed over the phone to him. And she said to him that you always play, what's this, action, yes. He said to him that you always play action movies. That's why I don't use you in my movies. She said Junior Pope responded and said, oh no, I play romantic roles as well. Never mind the action movies that I do. And she said that was when she agreed to cast him in her movies. She said this is the first time she's used him in her film, and it just happened that this unfortunate incident, happened, this drowning incident. I look at the whole thing and I said to myself, this poor lady shouldn't get all the dragging online. At least at this point, she's grieving. She is certainly grieving. She's certainly grieving. About 5 people dead under her watch. She's certainly grieving. By the time we drag her, make her life more miserable, what have we achieved? I'm just appealing to all these people on social media that believe the only way they can get views is by abusing one another, saying mean things to one another. Always they call it dragging, always dragging one another online. And I'm surprised. That's even what people like to watch. And then they get views and they think they've achieved something. I don't believe in that. I don't believe you should fight and quarrel and drag and say mean things to one another in order to get viewership online. It's not worth it. Look at this lady. She's obviously completely devastated. I can't even imagine what it feels like to be in her shoes right now. I can't begin to imagine that. And people, rather than empathize, rather than sympathize with her, people are busy accusing her and cursing her and all that. There were some men who rescued this guy from the waters. They could have immediately taken him to the hospital. Where is the ambulance service in Nigeria? All these things happening now are just the fruits of corruption that we're reaping. That state should have quality medical services available, at least ambulance. In that state capital, Asaba, they should have ambulance services that you immediately can call to say there's an emergency here, and they can immediately come with oxygen. They can immediately come with oxygen to give to somebody who has just been rescued from the river. There's no service like that. There's no emergency service like that. There are no first aid people by that river at all. That the people brought this young man out of the river and decided they needed to go to a native doctor to go and do sacrifices. When they brought him out, they first of all took him to mortuary. Oh, he's dead, straight to mortuary. Nobody said, let's go to hospital, let's find a doctor to confirm. Let's call an ambulance. No ambulance, no first aid, no medical people, no CPR. And people don't even know about CPR. Do you blame them? With all the corruption, no proper education, no quality education available, no salaries to teachers. It's just the whole system, the corruption we are all reaping. People don't understand what corruption does to a nation. They don't understand. There is lack of enlightenment of what should be done. Immediately you rescue somebody from the river. There's lack of enlightenment, complete enlightenment. The people don't know what to do. They didn't know. Even if they knew, who are the people that could give the CPR? They don't know how to give CPR to somebody. There's no ambulance to call to take care of the person. No ready oxygen. So it's just the corrupt system we should blame, not this poor young lady, not this young lady at all. Yes, she's made some mistakes. She's done what other producers are doing. Just enter the speedboat and drive to the other side of the river. And many producers have been doing that and getting away with it. Without speed jacket, without life jacket. The people who do such services, as in boat services, should have life jackets inside the boats. They should have life jackets. I heard story about how Junior Pope refused to wear the jacket that was dirty. Why must the life jacket be dirty? The only mistake he made is that when he rejected the dirty life jacket, if he did reject, he should have insisted on a cleaner one before boarding that speedboat. I cry for Nigeria every day. I cry for the system, the corruption in the system that has reduced everybody to a state of destitution in every aspect of life. I remember when I was living in a flat, I was sharing a flat with a lady some years back in London. And this lady said to me, Auntie, please, anytime you hear me panting for breath in my room, please call the ambulance because I've got asthma. She said she had asthma. And lo and behold, one day I came back home. I saw her lying on the floor in the living room. We shared a common sitting room. And she was breathless. She couldn't breathe. I quickly called the ambulance as she had told me. And the ambulance came in the form of a man, just one man in a motorcycle. He came with, what do you call it now? Cylinder. A gas cylinder. You would probably call it a small gas cylinder. But it was an oxygen cylinder. He immediately administered the oxygen on my flatmate and she came back to life. And that day, I remember the story of so many people in Nigeria, they just died because of asthma. They were having asthma attack and they died. And this lady could have died if not for the prompt intervention of the ambulance service, who knew they needed to come with a motorcycle. They arrived in about 2 minutes. They needed to come in a motorcycle to beat the traffic because they were asking me. I said, she's breathless, she can't breathe. And they came. Immediately they administered the oxygen. She sprang back to life. She became okay. She could have died. These are how people die needless deaths in Nigeria. Oh, why do you want to jackpot? Why do Nigeria is better? How can Nigeria be better? In the United Kingdom, medical services are free. They are free, up to women in labor, whether you want cesarean section or not, throughout your pregnancy, everything is free. The child's treatment is free. The father, the mother, poor, rich, everybody has the same kind of quality treatment. There is security. There's security. You can't just stay in your house and people will come and set communities ablaze and get away with it. You can't experience such a thing in the United Kingdom. You go to work. At the end of the month, you get paid. You can buy any kind of food you want to eat. You pay your rent. You pay your bills. You're not anybody's slave. You're not. But in Nigeria, enslavement is back. Slavery is back. Politicians have brought slavery back to Nigeria. Everybody is so afraid. It's so funny the way I see the way people relate with pastors here in the United Kingdom. In Nigeria, pastors are treated like teen gods. In United Kingdom, nothing like that. Hi, pastor. Hello, pastor. Okay, pastor, pray for me. Okay. Pastor will be begging, please come to church, come to church. In Nigeria, the pastors are telling you they don't have time for you.
While I was getting ready to go drop the card with them, I was accompanied with my brother's children, 2 kids that were supposed to go with me. We were supposed to be on that boat together. Getting there, I saw Emeka. Emeka was my DOP. He was just sitting. I was surprised because I didn't see others. I asked Emeka, what is it? And people surrounded him. I said, Emeka, what is it? Emeka was quiet. Emeka, talk to me. What is it? What's the problem? Why haven't you crossed? Where is Ogolo? Where is everybody? Has JP come? He was quiet. I started shouting. What's happening? Somebody talk to me. Emeka now said, JP, don't go. Abigail, don't go. Friday, don't go. Olati, don't go. Precious, don't go. I still don't understand what he meant by that. I said, Emeka, what do you mean don't go? Don't go where? Don't go where? Like they're not shooting again? He said, did they say water? Did they say water? I said, no. Let me go. Let me go and look for them. They started holding me. They started holding me that I should not go. I said, let me go. Let me be there. Let me be sure the divers are looking for them. They said, no, that there are over 50 divers inside the water looking for them. Hi, God. I still can't believe this.